Good morning. Another day out on Paddington. I've stopped. I'm at Pegsdon Hills, mid-Bedfordshire. It's lovely. I've had an absolutely hectic week at work, and I've been looking forward. I think I've done 7 shifts on the trot, and I'm out today on my lovely Paddington. I've been looking forward to today. I was off yesterday and I was just exhausted. I'd done nothing at all. Just stayed at home and recharged my batteries. I think some of you know the story. I'm a beat officer, old-fashioned beat officer at Paddington Green. Hence why I was so keen to buy Paddington the Royal Enfield. And I've had an absolute nightmare with this week, just non-stop, long hours, long shifts, 7 on the trot. And people are saying, a hot topic at the moment, I think people are talking about on videos, is mental health. And you just see it every day, without going into details about work and things like that. But this makes me appreciate, having the opportunity to get out on my motorbike. And it's therapy, without a doubt it's therapy. It's a wonderful way. I mean, I live clean, I exercise, I don't drink or smoke, I exercise most days. I'm very simple, like to get out, have a cup of coffee and a piece of cake, and that's my biggest vice. I'm not a one to go out drinking and partying and doing all this. Well, I've turned 50 this week actually, so partying's well gone out the window. But I've had a lovely ride out this morning. I'm probably going to be out for most of the day and going to treat myself to a nice cup of coffee and a piece of cake somewhere. And as I said, I have had an absolute disaster this week at work. Non-stop headache every single day, and it makes me realise, I always realise how fortunate I am, seeing other people, their poor, the situations, the misfortune, you got people sleeping on the street and can't eat and you've got no money, and just really sad, really sad. Makes me realise how lucky I am every single day, and and I think we all take things for granted and take our situations for granted, but I am so fortunate, to have what I have, because there are a lot of people who've got nothing, and I think we all need to look at how fortunate we are. Everything's it's bad news on the news constantly, isn't it? Bad news. Everything's gone up in money, and you've got, demonstrations going on. Not saying it's right, not saying it's wrong, but demonstrations going on, and it's disrupting people getting on a holiday and to hospitals, and just, I think it's escalated this week where there's been people blocking roads and. People have been getting out of their cars, and it's kicked off massively, really. I think people are just fed up of everything, Again, I'm not saying there's right and wrong what they're doing, but it's just wonderful. Having Paddington, getting out my motorbike, clears my head, makes me realise how lucky I am. I'm out in the countryside, breathing in the fresh air, and just enjoying the simple things in life. Tonight, I'm going to treat us to fish and chips, a good old-fashioned fish and chips. That's the other thing. We've got so many choices now. I remember growing up, now, for example, takeaways. You've got KFC, McDonald's, Indian, Chinese, all sorts, pizzas. There's so much choices, but you cannot be. I remember growing up, and like most of us, the choice we had was fish and chips. And you might have it once a week, you might have it once a fortnight, you might have it once a month. But it was a privilege. and a treat. And I think, you know, people, we take things for granted now. Everything is so much easier, you know. And I mean, I see it, kids now, children, they don't appreciate things. You know, they're entitled, and unfortunately it's just society. And you know, I as I said, I like simple things. I like to get out on my motorbike, and it's just, where has time gone? Where does time go? You know, the children grow up, and we have to enjoy every moment that we have, because tomorrow's never promised. You know, enjoy the moment. Something like this, doing what I'm doing today revitalises me and gives me my energy boost and my sanity. And it's lovely. I mean, I can look up there, I can see sheep on a hill. Probably can't see because I can't zoom in that far. And there's a buzzard circling up there over that field. It's just wonderful. And then I'm looking forward to throwing my leg back over Paddington, the Royal Enfield, and having a ride to a coffee shop somewhere, and enjoying the best part of the day on him. And you know, I thank God for every day. That's all I can say. But on that note, I'm going to sign off. I hope you've all had a great weekend. There's been some great videos going out this week where people have been out on their motorbikes. Really great to see the different locations and the different bikes, and it's great, really enjoyable, really enjoying ownership.